Hey everybody, NWA Prepper here. What a day it has been. I hope you have had a good day. I hope you've had a productive day. It's been pretty chilly where I live, and so it kind of helped that it's not terribly chilly where you are. And or if you like it. If it's cold, I wish you like it. It's one of those days that it's cloudy and dreary, and tomorrow it's gonna rain all day long. And rain and rain and rain and rain and rain. And then some the next day. Which I like rain. I like rain. It's very beneficial to me in a lot of ways. But that limits what I get to do. Not what I get to do on the weekends. It limits what I will do on the weekends, which is kind of terrible. Now it limits some things that you shouldn't do or can't do because the weather makes them an unsuitable task. But I'm not going to lie. If it's cold and wet, I don't mind being wet and I don't mind being cold. But I don't like being wet and cold. Earthquake. And I know there are times, but NWA Prepper, what are you going to do when the balloon goes up and it's cold and raining? Well, I'm going to be wet and cold. And hopefully I'm prepared with the proper equipment to be wet and cold. But currently, I have the option of not being wet and cold as much as possible. There are many days in my primary job that I am both wet and cold. And wearing the same stuff that I'm wearing when it's hot and dry. So, anyway, this weekend's going to be a pretty exciting weekend. Or not exciting, but I'm amped up for it. Sorry about that. I'm amped up for the weekend. I get to go see a young man receive his Eagle Scout. And there are few things that make me as happy as having gotten to watch a young man work very hard and a long time and see him accomplish something like being an Eagle Scout. And this young man is very deserving. He's a very hard worker, and it's just an honor to get to go see him receive that. It's just an honor. He's such a great kid, a great young man. He's not a kid anymore. And some of the things that, and they may be silly to you, but they're not to me, and they're not to the youth that I sponsor in scouting, both boys and girls, is until they earn, and there's a couple awards. Eagle Scout is one of them. The Ranger Award in venturing and some other youth activities. But when they earn that top award, I no longer require them to call me Mr. They get to call me by my first name. Some of them choose not to. Some of them look forward to it. And it's just, as a general rule, I require youth in my life to call me Mr. Because I want them to know that they need to teach children to be respectful. They need to address people properly, to people they don't know. It's Mr. Jones and Mr. Harold, and it's a courtesy. And that's one of the primary rules in the scouting. We call it running things by the 12 on the scout law. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And that's preceded by the oath. But I like to run things through the 12. So if I teach youth that their decisions they have to make, or if they think they're questionable and all, to see if they fit into running them through the 12 or the Scout Law, if they pass each one of them, if it's trustworthy, if they're being loyal, if it's courteous, if it goes through that, then it's usually an okay thing to do. But if there's a question, if it fits into any of those or passes the 12, then it's probably not something they need to do. And being having courtesy is one of those. Which is totally not why I started this video, but it directly relates to my mindset today and my weekend. I get to go for the highest award that Scouting has. And it's not something that's easy for a youth to do. Scouting is one of those things, like many things, that you can get out of what you put into it. You can put very little into scouting and you can get very little out. And I have seen that many times. People don't put much into it, and it doesn't fulfill them. It doesn't make them into the person they need to be, or that they're capable of being. But I have also seen it where, such as this weekend, his last name is unimportant, but Eli's definitely prepared a long time to receive this award. He has shown many people a caliber of a man that he is becoming is better than most. And the scouting program doesn't work for everyone. And when it does work, they shine. And he's one of those that shines. And I look forward to the man he'll become, because I've got to see him as a youth grow and change and just get better. So of all the things that I could do this weekend, and there's a lot of them, there's a lot of things that I'd like to be doing to better my position in my preparedness and my family and my job. I am still very blessed to get to go see and watch this young man receive this award. The other things that I was going to talk about in this video aren't important. I'm excited for him. I don't know that he watches my videos, and that's totally fine. But what a blessing. And I hope that you get to spend time this weekend and be blessed and perhaps see people accomplish great things, or to help them accomplish great things, as I've been blessed to do. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later, and remember, let's get ready.